Hey y'all. So recently I was traveling and had someone ask me where I was from. And immediately without thinking, I just said Texas. I haven't lived in Texas though for over a year, but it's where I was born and raised and lived my whole life up until this last year. And so even though I wanted to make the move and I'm glad I made the move, uh, there's things I miss about Texas, and I think a part of me will always feel that Texas is home. And I got to go to this festival recently where there was all sorts of different food and music, and I had such a great time. But what I really enjoyed was there was a band playing some cumbia music, and oh, it just it took me home to the community that where I had a lot of friends in the Mexican immigrant community, and they would have these big parties where there'd be so much good food and dancing, and it just brings so much joy and such a feeling of home. Earlier this summer, I went to a conference called Church at the Crossroads for Christians, ministers, and others who support Palestine. And one evening, they had some Palestinian dancers and like a DJ, musicians come in, and together we danced the dabka, which, if you've never experienced or are unfamiliar, like everybody gathered. Um, and there were so many people who like wanted to dance, so we just formed a big circle and like held hands. And the Palestinian man who was like leading us would show us some steps, and we'd go around and do it in the circle. And in the midst of all that's happening with the constant death and violence and oppression, um, there was just this moment of so much joy shared among all of us in that circle. And there was like young people, old people, people from the Middle East, people from Palestine, people, uh, old white people, black people. It was so beautiful. And we danced together, and it was an act of, resistance in the face of all that's going on, that, home can't be taken away. The music and the community and the joy and the people will always be a part of who we are.